Hello, hello everyone. We're back again today with the Brothers War pre-release, uh, I guess, pre-release face-off number 6. So, who will win this time? Mishra's Burnished Banner or Urza's Iron Alliance? So far, Urza's taken the lead in several of them, but Mishra has eked out a couple of wins too. So, we'll see who gets the better deck. All right, let's get things started. Uh, all right. Urza, Mishra. I cut my nails this morning, so things are a little harder to open. Not that I needed things to be any harder to open. Ugh. All right. Let's see. Ooh, we got a new dye color. We got red for Mishra and another blue from Urza. Very cool. So far, we know there's red, blue, yellow, green, and purple. I wonder how many different dye colors there are. Okay. Don't need those inserts, so well that's a start, I guess. So both had a unusual um unusual start with 2 lands. Um Mishra getting a brush land and Urza getting a fortified beach. So yeah, let's see where this goes. I guess Urza's has the better synergy across the set. Um, but if it doesn't get soldiers, then I don't know. Um, and Urza's does have more downside. This does come in tapped. You don't have a soldier, um, but it does also have the option to pump soldiers. So that's the thing. Also, I just now noticed that Fortified Beachhead can pump soldiers. So that land is actually better than I thought. So let's see where we get with Mishra to start with. Bitter Reunion, Burrowing Razor Maw. Let's move things up a little bit so we can see. Killzone Acrobat, Recommission, Curate, Penrigan Strongbow, Hoarding Recluse, Goblin Blast Runner, Braxodemon, Dwarven Forge Chanter, Urza Powerstone Prodigy, Horned Stoneseeker. So far we've got some pretty good red. Audacity, and Autonomous Assembler, and a Mox Amber. Very nice. So Mishra's starting things off strong with an Autonomous Assembler and a Mox Amber. And if we're going through, like, already got a legendary with Urza to go with that Mox Amber. Our green is okay. Between Burrowing Razor Maw, Audacity, and Hoarding Recluse, but nothing super great. But our red looks fairly aggressive with Horned Stoneseeker, Dwarven Forge Chanter, Goblin Blast Runner, and Pendragon Strongbow. But we do also have a recommission in case we go blue-white. So may have an interesting self-mill strategy there for Mishra. Let's see where Urza takes things. Mishra already off to a strong lead, though. Chemical Honor Guard, go along with the soldier theme. Moment of Defiance, Union of the Third Path, Stern Lesson, Whirling Strike, Weakstone Subjugation, so off to an okay start with our blue. Evolving Wilds, Overwhelming Remorse, as we know, one of the best pieces of removal in the set. Loran's Escape, Loran, Disciple of History, Philology Excavation, Mask of the Jade Crafter, a very, very strong card regardless of the deck, and Fade from History with a Springleaf Drum. It is a very weak start from Urza, so Mishra might pull things out this time. Let's see, pack number 2 for Mishra. Well, I mean, an Autonomous Assembler and a Mox Amber first things off are very strong. Conscripted Infantry, Rust Goliath, continuing in our green theme, Goring Warplow, solid all around, Military Discipline, Coastal Bulwark, Scatter Ray, Supply Drop, Airlift Chaplain, continuing with the green-white theme, Hoarding Recluse, Ashnod's Harvester, Arms Race, Mass Production, and Mishra's Command with a Millstone. Okay. So not a whole lot added there. Mishra's Command can be very powerful in sealed. Yeah, because it functions as removal for creatures and planeswalkers. It can also be a pump spell, and yeah, and can be a card filtering engine. So doesn't really go in our current plans, but we'll see. All right, Urza Pack 2. We have Clay Revenant, Yodian Medic, which goes in with the soldier theme, Philology Archaeologist, Philology Chain Dancer, Perimeter Patrol, Citadel Stalwart, Citadel Starward, rather. So, just also a soldier. Machine Over Matter, Giant Growth, Air Marshal, Keeper of the Cadence, Battlefield Butcher, Spotter Thopter. Huh. Don't think I'd seen that before. And Gix, Yawgmoth Praetor. So, probably moving more towards a black theme with Gix. Liquimetal Coating. Plains, and a Power Stone. Oh, and I need to actually mark down the cards we've gotten so far. So, Fortified Beachhead, that is Fortified Beachhead number 7. Brushland, that is Brushland number 9. Let's see, Mishra's Command, that is Mishra's Command number 11. And Gix Yawgmoth Praetor, I believe that's number, yep, that is Gix number 2. 2. So that's a thing. All right, Mishra pack number 3. Have things starting off with Gix's Caress, Deadly Repoussé, Koilos Rock, Argothian Opportunist, which leans very well into our green-white strategy, Emergency Weld, Ambush Paratrooper, Warlord's Elite, which is very strong, also fits in with our green-white ideas, Unleash Shell, Raise to the Ground, Hulking Metamorph, Philology Veteran, Dreams of Steel and Oil, and Phyrexian Dragon Engine, along with a Gilded Lotus. Gilded Lotus can fit into just about anything as far as sealed decks, and you almost always want to play it, unless you're really aggressive. So we do have a continuation here, and that could actually let us splash red for the Mishra's Command and reanimating the Phyrexian Dragon Engine. So let's see, Phyrexian Dragon Engine. That is number 12. Alright. Let's see where Urza's pack takes us. So we've got some decent black already. Boulder Branch Golem, very good for going into green. Probably have a strong green-black strategy already. Clay Revenant, Yodian Medic, Pelagic Archaeologist, Pelagic Chain Dancer, Perimeter Patrol, which goes into running into green-black, Combat Career, Blitz Automaton, Fog of War, Arms Race, Mass Production, Mishra's Research Desk, the Stasis Coffin. Let's see, Stasis Coffin 245. That is our 6th Stasis Coffin. Oh, gotta put that over here. So not super great and sealed, but let's see where it goes. Jalum Tome, the good filtering piece, and Ashnod's Harvester. Right, Mishra's pack number 4. So far, Mishra's seems to be winning out. Yeah, Gix Yawgmoth Praetor is a bomb, but let's see. Tanos' Tinkering, Dredging Claw, Aeronaut Cavalry, Third Path Savant, Mishra's Onslaught, Wasteful Harvest, Goblin Blast Runner, Thraxo Demon, Dwarven Forge Chanter, Warlord's Elite, continuing our green-white ideas, Mishra's Research Desk, very solid, Corrupt, Gaia's Courser, which is very strong, and a Stasis Coffin of their own. So this Stasis Coffin number 7, I believe? Yep, number 7. And a Sigil of Valor, which is just all around very solid. So yeah, continuing our green-white ideas, so like a green-white aggro mid-range kind of thing. Seems very strong. Let's see what Urza's 4th pack brings in. Killzone Acrobat, Goblin Firebomb, Recommission, Curate, Penregan Strongbow, Tanos' Tinkering, Gaia's Gift, Excavation Explosion, Stone Retrieval Unit, Tower Worker, Involuntary Cooldown, Splitting the Power Stone, Spectrum Sentinel, and Transmigrant's Crown. Now, Transmigrant's Crown definitely pushes us towards black, but it can be used in pretty much anything, and it kind of behaves like a Skull Clamp in a lot of ways. Skull Clamp, of course, being one of the most aggressive cards. Well, not most aggressive cards, but one of the most utilitarian cards for aggressive decks ever printed. So, Transmigrant's Crown. That is number 9. And then an Ornithopter. Let's pack of tokens. So, probably going into Black X on Urza's side. So we can run that Gix. And can even accelerate a little bit using the Ornithopter Springleaf Drum option. It really depends on where we go from there. Scrapwork Mutt, Boulder Branch Golem, another great pickup for green-white. Clay Revenant, Yodian Medic, Pelagic Archaeologist, Ravenous Gigamole, Citadel Stalwart, Machine Over Matter, Giant Growth, Sushi Cave Guard, great thing to ramp into, Levitating Statue, Keeper of the Cadence, and the Stone Brain. Not really great in sealed, but if you know what your opponent, like in game 2, it's not terrible to, pull out your opponent's bombs. And Mishra's Bobble, which there's no real reason not to play a Bobble if you get one. It's it's a free card that lets you draw. So very strong overall. Probably wouldn't the Mox Amber probably wouldn't see play in this because there aren't a ton of legends in our pool, but it really depends. All right, pack 5 for Urza. Gixian Skullflare, definitely playing into that black theme. Survivor of Corliss. Urza's Rebuff. Sibling Rivalry. Gnarlroot Pallbearer, very strong green card. Disfigure, good black removal. Energy Refractor, almost no reason not to play it. Power Stone Engineer. Power Plant Worker. Corrupt, which is always nice to see when you're going on a black strategy. Flow of Knowledge. Gaia's Cursor, or Courser, and then Hercule's Final Meditation. Let's see, did we mark the Stone Brain? We did not. Yeah, that was Stone Brain number 7. Hercule's Final Meditation, that is number 8. Elsewhere Flask. Now, Elsewhere Flask and Corrupt have a little combo together where if you're playing a 2-colored deck, or really any number, you pop the Elsewhere Flask to turn all of your lands into swamps, and then you can corrupt for however much you want, or for however many lands you have, including non-basics, which is really cool. All right, let's see what Mishra has. Veterans Powerblade, Tomical Scrapsmith, Retrieval Agent, a second Agorthian Opportunist, really pushing us heavily into that green-white build. Emergency Weld, Unleash Shell, Goblin Firebomb, Race to the Ground, Ravenous Gigamole, Pyrrhic Blast, Cradle Clear Cutter. Nice. Another good push towards the green-white build. Symmetry Matrix, not really good for what we're trying to do here. Queen Kayla Ben Krug. So if we're doing the Naya build, Queen Kayla actually fits in really well at a second Sigil of Valor, which is very nice. And a Power Stone token. So there is a world where we can potentially play every single one of these in our deck, which is just kind of nuts. I would probably considering putting the Stasis Coffin, the Stone Brain, and the Millstone in the sideboard. Millstone maybe a little less so. It depends on how aggressive you want to be, but overall very strong. All right, another Gixian Skullflare. So the mono black strategy is a very strong possibility here. Survivor of Corliss. Urza's Rebuff. Sibling Rivalry. Another Gnarlroot Pallbearer. So potentially a black-green strategy. Disfigure. Wing Commando. I think the ship has sailed on our blue-white soldiers. Just didn't get the support for it. But Trench Stalker is very strong for the for green-black. Combat Courier, Blitz Automaton, Saren's Steel Seeker pushing us further into green-black. No One Left Behind for some reanimation strategies. Yodian Dissonant, very strong. And One with the Multiverse, very nice. All right. Now this is very difficult to play in sealed, but if you can, it just lets you keep dropping huge things for free, which is fantastic. And that is only the second one with the multiverse that we've pulled. And then a door to nothingness to go along with it. All right, now, if I was building this personally, let's see, one with the multiverse, is that just on your turn? Yeah, that's just on your turn, so it's a non-bow with Hercules, final meditation, so, see, I probably wouldn't play those, based on what we have. Elsewhere Flask is good. Hercules, final meditation, not so much. Ornithopter, Transmigrant's Crown, Vellum Tome is solid. Stasis Coffin, not so much. Liquid Metal Coating as a possibility. Definitely want to play Gix. Probably want to play Springleaf. Fade from History would be sideboard. Yeah, so we end up with these and our probable includes. And then something like No One Left Behind, Steel Seeker, possible in the Automaton, Trench Stalker, Figure, Gnarl Root Pallbearer, Skull Flare, Courser is very good. Corrupt is an autoplay in black. Power Plant Worker is a maybe. Energy Refractor is likely. Disfigure, second Gnarl Root, second Skull Flare. Let's see. Tower Worker as a possibility. Stone Retrieval Unit as a possibility. Gaia's Gift is a potential combat trick. Tonus' Tinkering is a potential trick. Let's see. Killzone Acrobat is filler. Ashnod's Harvester is solid. Research Desk is a maybe. Fog of War is a maybe. Blitz Automaton is a maybe. Perimeter Patrol, it's just good. Clay Revenant, Boulder Branch Golem, it's strong possibilities. Battlefield Butcher, because it's a good closer. Citadel Stalwart and second Perimeter Patrol as maybes. Clay Revenant as a maybe. Mask of the Jade Crafter, because it's just good. Pelagic Excavation as a maybe, just as more ramp. Overwhelming Remorse, because it's the best piece of removal. Evolving Wilds, because you should always run Evolving Wilds if you are running more than one color. And then Honor Guard and Moment of Defiance as maybes, like. And then, of course, you'd make cuts from here. Like, you definitely have enough creatures, and it's a solid place to go. So, and then Fade from History into the board. If your opponent's on like heavy artifact strats, I think you could probably get there. Probably want to be more aggressive. So Pelagic Excavation would probably be out. Mask in. Clay Revenant, probably not. Battlefield Butcher in. Probably not on Clay Revenant. Perimeter Patrol, Harvester, Killzone. Tinkering's probably too cute. Gaia's Gift is good. Retrieval Unit, maybe. Tower Workers, probably not where we're going here. Pallbearer. Plant Worker is a maybe. Like, you want to get lower to the ground. You know, I don't know how I feel about No One Left Behind in this, but definitely have a strong black-green with potential for mono-black here. So yeah. And then we just have very synergistic Naya here. Pyrrhic Blast, because why not? We got double Argothian Opportunist. Cavalry is a maybe. Suchi Guard is something to potentially ramp into. Citadel, because it's good. Boulder Branch Golem. Even Scrapwork Mud is a maybe. Gaia's Courser. Warlord's Elite. Second Cavalry is a maybe. Second Warlord's Elite. Paratrooper is a maybe. Second Agorthian Opportunist is an auto include. Deadly is potential removal. I don't know how I feel about mass production in this. Yeah. Hoarding Recluse and Airlift Chaplain as maybes. Military Discipline is a potential combat trick. Rust Goliath is just a big dude. Audacity is potential build up. Horned Stoneseeker is potential build up. Hoarding Recluse. Recommission to potentially get something back. Like, I think our raw power level here is just better. Yeah, so we've got double Agorthian Opportunist, double Warlord's Elite, recommission to buy them back if they ever hit the graveyard, and then like Boulder Branch Golem to get huge, Citadel, like probably even drop the Stoneseeker. It's probably just too cute. And just go like mid-range green-white with big old creatures on the top end, and then did we end up with 2 Boulder Branch? There's Rust Goliath. Boulder Branch, Stalwart, Suchi. Yeah, so basically a green-white ramp into big dumb stuff with Assembler and a few other options. Probably skip red entirely. Just go green-white. And that's just add green-white. Basically builds itself, and you include the Pyrrhic Blast to go along with like Gilded Lotus. Maybe. I don't think we play the Mox Amber in this. We could play the Gilded Lotus as potential ramp. But I think Mishra actually wins out this time. Just having the stronger, like the more focused game plan, if that makes any sense. So. All right. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. I think we can chalk this one up to Mishra. So, like, yeah, we got Gix and Corrupt, but that's about all you really have going on over there. And then you've got a ton of different options here, but I think green-white is probably the strongest build there. Just because you do have that option to ramp into things very quickly and just kind of go off. But, all right. Yeah. as always, thank you for joining me on this adventure. Um, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And again, we're still doing the promo. If we hit 100, we hit 100 follower or 100 subscribers before ball drops on New Year's Eve, I'll be giving away a Brothers War um, gift bundle or an equivalent gift card if whoever wins doesn't want the bundle to a random subscriber. So like, share, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, and maybe who knows, maybe you'll win. Um, but until next time, we'll see you. Thanks. Bye.